they're playing it safe. Let's get it in motion.
Good evening, everyone. This is the fourth and final group stage game for these teams in the NBA Cup. It should be a great one. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Now a look at the stats for Peyton Pritchard.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's Porzingis in at the center. And for the Bulls, they've got DJ. Vucevic is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's White. And it's Johnson in at the small forward. And this is the fourth and final game of the NBA Cup group stage of play for these two teams. Here we go.
And both looking to finish strong, right? And punch their ticket to the knockout round.
Now Tatum. Outside White. Pass to Porzingis. 5 on the clock. The kick out to Brown. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Over to the wing. Here's DJ. And Boston with the rebound. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
Actually, I thought they might be able to sustain that momentum that they picked up in the fourth quarter, but was not meant to be.
This guy's so accurate from outside the arc. You wish Holiday was more aggressive from range.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. Now, we talked about Jrue Holiday and how he plans to stop him from being a factor out there. Coach said it won't be easy. He told me Holiday is a gifted two-way guy, but I think we can trip him up by staying on him on all times, by staying aggressive. So that direct approach is what they hope throws Holiday off his game. Guys?
Thanks so much, David.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Outside Tatum. Releases, and he nails the jumper.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
DJ with it. He's picked up by White. And that one is good from DJ. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. To the inside. Holiday. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Holiday's got 5 points so far.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Now, here's DJ. Out to Kuzma. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And as the group stage starts to wind down, here's what the standings look like so far.
And I'll tell you what, how about the level of excitement this tournament has brought to the NBA regular season? Can't wait to see how it finishes up.
Tatum against Kuzma. Tatum no good.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
DJ with it, wide on him. Nice D from Porzingis.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Now here's White. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game.
What a weapon the three has become for Jason Tatum. Look out.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White.
His last 10 games, he's been putting up about 4 points a game, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. Not his best production, and I expect him to break through and get back on track soon.
I think he's been pressing a little bit too much. He just needs to relax and let the game come to him.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. In a moment here to highlight some of the best and brightest from beyond the stripe. Number 1, Kyle Kuzma.
He is as automatic as they come from behind the arc, and that shooting ability makes him an option every trip down the floor.
Bulls trail by 4. Here's DJ. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen. Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And there's the bucket from Tatum.
Well, size and skill. Tatum on the interior, yes, sir.
Here's DJ, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Taking a look at Chicago, they've been perfect so far in the NBA Cup, a 3-0 record.
They have been fantastic so far, a win, and they stay unbeaten in Cup play, and boy, these home fans really want to see that.
And now, checking out how the Celtics are doing. Up 2-1, they have a chance to put themselves in a great position tonight.
Yeah, if they win this game 4, odds are they'll advance to the next round of the Cup. But it's going to be tough here on the road.
That one off the back iron and out. Chicago trailing here. DJ with it, now guarded by Porzingis, and that one is good from DJ.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Brown. His last outing with 20 points. Tatum's shot is off. Now, here's DJ, guarded by Holiday. And that one is good from DJ.
I love that Cam Johnson is looking for the best shot available. What a pretty pass.
Outside Tatum. And White kicks to Brown. Traps in the tray. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Here's DJ. Rebounded by the Celtics. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And we'll see if anything's different this year because they didn't match up well with this team last year, getting swept in the season series.
Well, 7'3" doesn't need much of a vertical, easy finish for KP.
And DJ throws it down.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Now, here's Tatum. He has 7, and that one good. Tatum's got 9.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And he
Goodness. And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Nice job capturing the moments on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to White. On the wing, Holiday. Celtics passing it around. And Vucevic pulls it down. Vucevic has got 4 rebounds in this game. DJ. And DJ throws it down.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
The wide open look here for Holiday. Off target from 3-point range. The Bulls with the lead. DJ passes to Kuzma. Now DJ. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. DJ's got 22 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Screen by Porzingis. The 3 from Tatum. It's all in by the Bulls. Vucevic has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way. And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Josh Giddey's checked in for Cameron Johnson. And the Celtics also making a change. Pritchard, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. ADB, one thing about Kyle Kuzma, at 6'9", he is a big wing.
What I love about him, Kevin, is that he's such a strong shooter. He can bang in the post if you need him to. He always puts up solid rebounding numbers. And I think the final piece we've seen him developing is his ability to distribute the basketball. Well, you love the way Tatum will take the mid-range if it opens up to him.
Driving the lane, and DJ throws it down.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Celtics trail by 6. Pass to Pritchard. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Now, here's DJ. He's guarded closer. Takes it off the glass. He's got 29 points.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
There's the lob to Brown, and Brown throws it down.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown so quick off his feet. What a vertical threat he is.
Here's TJ. That one misses. Nice D from Porzingis. White against White. Lays it up and banks it in. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
And offensively right now, each team getting what it wants.
Yeah, this is already a high-scoring game, but we knew that was a possibility coming into this one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Tatum. Here's Brown. Oh, and that one had the right spit on it, and it is good. Brown's got 7.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown working in that mid-range area. This guy knows it's got to be a part of your game.
And that one's good, TJ.
And they're beginning to just flat-out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Outside White. Pass to Pritchard. Porzingis trying to get free. Rebound by the Bulls. And this team has been on a very impressive 17-game winning streak. They are red hot right now.
What an absolute joy to watch. This team is playing a beautiful brand of basketball right now. Everything about it. The athleticism, the basketball skill, the intelligence, the heart, the toughness, the commitment. These guys have been extraordinary.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Some changes for Chicago. Cameron Johnson's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Dosunmu come. Kuzma finds Smith. Back to Kuzma. Pass to DJ. A 3-ball. Horford with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. They've got DJ. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Josh Giddey. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Smith in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And so he hits the technical free throw. You know, DB, I imagine any lineup could benefit from a veteran guy like Al Horford.
Boy, you just look at how younger guys on the team lean on Al. He guides them through any number of experiences. He's been a pro's pro from the moment he entered the league, and he's still having an impact with his defensive ability and range shooting.
No, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Pass to Brown. And White kicks to Tatum. Boston again missing.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
And it's good for 2.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Brown outside. White with it. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, Derek White fearless on the interior right there. Tremendous finish.
Here's TJ. Some solid defense from Brown. Celtics trail by 10. Pass to Tatum. Driving to the basket. Can't hit from in close.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Count that bucket.
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma, we think of him as a scorer, but that was a tough target to miss, wide open.
Tatum passes to Porzingis. Now Brown. Rebound by Smith. Smith's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Boston's gone for the 3-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Pass to Brown. Back to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. The 3 from Tatum. Take that! Oh, Tatum from the parking lot.
Now, this is one of the best scorers in the game today. Jason Tatum, we're getting used to performances like this.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. So for the Bulls, Vucevic, he's checked in for Smith. Johnson comes in for Josh Giddey. And it's White in for Russell. And the Celtics also making a change. Al Horford is checked in for Jason Tatum. Chicago leading by 9. Knocks it loose. Taken away by Holiday. No good that time. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Johnson, the pass to DJ. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
White with it. 12 points his last outing. Holiday finds Porzingis. And there's the drive. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Vucevic.
Boy, tough to contain all that size on the drive. Kristaps Porzingis, 7-footer.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Chicago.
They've been so aggressive, going strong at the defense, looking to score off of that penetration.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his size.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there. What a smooth-looking opportunity. Holiday in rhythm right there.
Another bucket! Wow!
And it's hard to believe how many times he's lit up the scoreboard like this over the years.
He's coming very close to tying the mark for fourth most 50-point games in NBA history.
And next up on this list, Harden. And just like Harden, he's a determined scorer. When he gets on a roll, the defense is helpless. Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Pass to Brown. Over Johnson. And it's Brown missing.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's DJ. There's the drive. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. DJ's got 54 points. And so it's Holiday with it. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They trail by 14. Brown kicks to Horford. Pass to Holiday. Three-pointer. Chicago grabs the miss. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
It came down to execution. No wasted possessions, and that is absolutely essential trying to win on the road.
Timeout. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Well, traditionally, many of the great free throw shooters have come from the point guard ranks. Here are the ones leading the league this year. You look at DJ, deadly on the stripes, someone you do not want to foul.
They are as reliable at the free throw line as you're going to find in this league, and that's something we've come to expect from the point guard position.
You know, but even so, don't take for granted what this group has done at the free throw line. They deserve a ton of credit for the work they've put in to achieve that level of consistency and excellence.
Good, he hits again. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Holiday dishes to Horford. Here's Brown. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Brown's got 9.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Bulls.
Good, that's another bucket. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
1:03 left in the second quarter. Takes a 3. Rebound by the Bulls.
He's lost it in this quarter, no doubt about it. Nothing seems to be going for him.
And it's DJ missing. Celtics trail by 18. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Derek White showing you I can put it on the deck and finish off a pretty drive. Nicely done, Derek.
Into the lane. Porzingis with the block. Over in the corner, White. To the middle. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
The Bulls leading by 14. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And that one's good, DJ.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's White. Connects from three-point range. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Johnson. Oh, he nails it just in time.
With one eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
Coaches talk about ending quarters well. You cannot do it better than that.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. And we've got more in 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
To center court and get ready for the fan half-court shots. Drum roll, please.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. An uphill battle so far for the Boston Celtics. They're getting steamrolled, giving up too many points in the paint.
And it's just not the rim protection. You have to stay in front of all ball handlers, or you'll get broken down and eaten.
And moving along, a metric for that first half. Love me some metrics. Checking out the top performer on each team. That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops Act.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We'll look at DJ in this one. He's been everywhere.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
On the floor for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5 spot. Tatum a screen. Rebound by the Bulls. Kuzma's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's TJ. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
The first free throw is good. And he makes both free throws. Celtics trail by 19. Outside Tatum. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 5 assists in the game.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And right now, Greg, he is doing a great job delivering for this team, productive and efficient.
The Bulls leading by 16. Hits it again. Wow.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Kuzma against Tatum. Left side, Porzingis. And he banks in the layup. Porzingis has got 11 points.
Well, you love to see Porzingis battling through contact down low. That's a tremendous finish.
DJ. And DJ throws it down.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Outside Tatum. Back to White. Brown right side. A three-pointer off the mark.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Ball's knocked loose. Porzingis with the steal. It's White on the wing. To the paint. Tatum passes to White. Back to Tatum. Lets it go from deep. A shot off that time. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Chicago. Their next game, playing at home, as the Nets come into town. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Celtics trail by 18. Brown inside. Johnson's there. And here's Holiday. 9 points in the game so far. Tatum from 3.
You know, the ability for Jason Tatum to be ready on the catch, those opportunities make the game a little bit easier.
Another one goes. Incredible.
What a game. That's 72 points.
He's been simply, Greg, sensational throughout this one. Outside, Porzingis. There's the triple. It's all in by the Bulls. Kuzma's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's TJ. Yet another bucket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. He's made all 5 of his attempts at the line so far.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household name.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Buries the long-range jumper.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Brown finds Porzingis. Back to Brown. Wide, a screen on Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Brown missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's TJ. Jason Tatum grabs the board. Celtics trail by 21. Pass to Porzingis. The kick out to Holiday. This one for 3. Kuzma pulls it in. Kuzma's got 7 rebounds in the game. Drives to the hoop. Connects again. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
Back, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. Holiday with another miss.
Cannot believe he missed that one. Ooh, I'm sure he can't either.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's TJ, and he makes good on the layup.
Boy, that's a backbreaker. Takes it right into the rim and extends their lead.
You want to make sure your opponent knows they have absolutely 0 chance of a comeback, and nice finish by him.
Holiday gets the bucket.
It's impossible to guard Drew Holiday when he gets this kind of position. His frame and his game is very much up to the task.
And we all hear talk about Drew Holiday's defense, but you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
Tatum kicks to Holiday for the 3. It's all in by the Bulls.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
And it's DJ missing. The Celtics shooting down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going. And Tatum with the basket on the assist by Brown. Tatum's got 9 points now in the quarter.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy. And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Awesome rewind, courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Timeout.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Making changes for Chicago. Osumu, he's checked in for Kobe White and D'Angelo. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This team is still perfect in the NBA Cup, 4-0. They are group winners.
And now as we enter the knockout stage, they're one of my favorites in the Cup. They've played that well.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. As
like the mayor. Old friends fell out with me, they did me a favor. Had to fight 100 demons just to get to this paper. Sneak this and I ain't tripping, we gon' get what you later.
From a dope spot, jealousy came from me and my pops, cause he had no pops. Watching me close,